Now it's on.
Now it's on.
Hey, what's shaking? What's shaking, Hillsborough?
Test.
What's up, everybody? It's Tuesday, which is known locally around here as Wing Night. In case you're like looking for something to eat, it's Tuesday. On Tuesdays, Village Diner and Radius are usually closed, but Antonio's is running a special, and their dish tonight is spaghetti amatriciana. You get that with some salad, some bread, some cheesecake. The whole family gets to eat it for $58. Speaking of Antonio's, we'll be seeing Brian with us for a happy hour on Thursday, but not before you see Miss Lindsley Bowen on Wednesday, tomorrow. But normally on Tuesday, you'd see us get ready for Atlanta's open mic, but instead we're locked in here on Cinco de Mayo. But thank Jesus we're not alone, because we had you guys.
Welcome.
So how about a drink? That's your turn, Lana.
Yeah. So Cinco de Mayo, we obviously, and it's Tuesday, so we're gonna do a version of our house spicy habanero margarita. You can make it spicy with what we do is we put a whole bunch of habaneros in with our simple syrup when we make it, so it has a lot of spice to it, but just enough kind of, all of the spices in the sugar, so it's not overpowering. I think it's just the right amount. So you always want to start with fresh juice. You should be able to get a hold of some fresh lemons and or limes. Combination of both works good. Lemons are a little bit smoother, I think, a little less tart than the limes. So I have a shaker here full of ice, which I'm just going to go ahead and use it straight in. Start with that. And then margarita glass. You can use whatever size depending on however much you want. And you go ahead and put a little bit of, take a lime and around the outside of it. And then just dip it in your salt to get a nice, beautiful salted rim. Beautiful, easy to do. And then you've got your garnish. So 2 ounces, we're using Luna Azul tequila today. 2 ounces of Luna Azul in the shaker. And I want to say about 3/4 ounce of sweetener. And 3/4 ounce of lemon and lime juice. That easy.
Shake it like it's Stanley Tucci.
Doesn't take much. And then for today's purposes, I'm just going to pour it directly from the shaker, ice and all, into the glass. Normally, you would probably strain it over fresh ice, but we turn the ice maker off because, we're closed for a month or 2 or whatever.
That's good.
Yeah. So straight in, just like that. Eric, you want to try it?
Spicy.
Delicious. Typically, a margarita will call for an orange liqueur as well. So if you're going to put in an orange liqueur, like the dry curacao or triple sec, or if you want to do blue curacao, if you want to make a blue margarita, you probably want to go a little easy on the simple syrup because they're both sweeteners. So a little less of the sugar if you're adding this sugar. That's it. Enjoy.
That's tasty and spicy. And speaking of spicy, I'm glad you're here so you can hang out with our
Oh yeah.
You can hang out with our guest for today, Mr. Jesse Mowles-Aring. Welcome, sir.
Hey guys.
Hey there, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
We're good.
Good to see
we're
you.
much better now. We got some tequila. Man, so I think we were talking yesterday on this thing that everybody's been handling this lockdown, this pandemic situation pretty different. For us, especially in the beginning, we totally locked down. We just kind of closed everything up and we're just going to wait it out. But you've been keeping yourself super freaking busy. You've got not one, but 2 community gardens you're throwing together here in Hillsborough.
Yeah. I'm trying to do it under maybe a single model, but we ended up just happenstance with 2 locations. I've been I've been putting this out there for a couple of years now, and we've had a few spots fall through over the years, but the more conversations we've had, and then the more conversations other folks in the community have had, it got around. And thanks to Matt with Nickel and Paz down at the tavern, they co-own or they co-long-term lease that spot on the far end of the parking lot near the Calvin Street entrance to the Riverwalk. And we got that location. And then Cy Hogue just came through recently with another big location on the Riverwalk. And that came with the use of his tractor, his plow, his tiller. So those guys, huge thank you to all those guys. They really put this over the hump.
What got you wanting to do this?
Well, it goes way back. I mean, I guess working on a farm was one of my first jobs ever. I worked on Three Sisters Farm up in Pennsylvania. Permaculture farm, and it was my favorite. It's the best job I've ever had. I really enjoyed it. I grew up with gardens with my mom. She's always had gardens. She's done a community garden. I've always had gardens here at my home, but it's something that's always been on the back of my mind, or something I've always wanted to do. And I think I put feelers out. I started having those conversations, and the town really helped get it to where it is now, actually happening.
What's the plans? You get all the stuff in, you get the food up. What's the plans with the food long term?
So I think the mission is, especially with everything going on right now, I think that, I wanted to do something positive. I wanted to give people something positive to do and to think about and look forward to. So first and foremost, it's about community and, strengthening our community, building relationships, having something to work on together. I really want it to reflect our whole community. I want to include the surrounding areas. I want to include Eflin and Fairview, and really reflect all the people around here that are interested and that want to put something into this and get something out of this. And long term, I'd like to grow our own food, to share our own food, to share that work, but then to ultimately maybe share with communities in need and get some food to the food banks and create some resilience here in Hillsborough and some awareness around food and local food and the value that comes with, doing something like this together.
What's the response been so far?
I've been blown away. We've got email list. It's probably 40 strong at this point of people who are potentially interested in helping out in one way or another. I've had people coming forward for, providing resources. They're offering free fencing. They're offering materials. They're offering help with nonprofit status. They're offering to help with marketing, outreach, design. We've had Noah Mace has offered the materials and the labor to build us a tool shed. We've had a fundraiser that's only, I want to say it's 4 or 5 days old now, but we've already raised $1,160 toward our $1,500 goal.
Damn.
It's been overwhelming. It's been really wonderful. The amount of people who have offered ideas and just said, "Hey, I'm glad we're doing this." It's been really amazing. Yeah, it's a great time.
So we've posted the link on the screen right down below for the GoFundMe. So anybody that wants to help out with the farm, please go to that link.
Yeah.
This right now, the turbulent time we're in right now, some people may not have money to be able to donate for this. Are there other ways that people can help you out if they don't have money?
Absolutely. Any amount helps if there's people who are able to or willing. And I also want to take a moment to say that I know that there's a lot of great efforts going on raising money for various things around town. Hillsborough Strong, Tony's Drip Coffee Truck, all you local businesses, all the takeouts. So I know that there's a lot of options to contribute to good things happening in town. And I think that if you have the means and you have the will, contribute to any of those. Contribute to ours too, but you can also participate with us. Shoot me your email address. I can get you involved for work days if you want. If you have ideas for resources and materials, if you just want to ask some questions, if you just want to say, "Hey, thanks." our support's come in a number of different ways, not just financially, and we welcome all of it and all of your feedback too.
When do you expect to have everybody out there planting seeds and digging?
So the fundraiser's for $1,500, but we don't have to wait to the end of the fundraiser. And GoFundMe is not an all or nothing fundraiser. If we don't raise the full $1,500, we still get to cash out with a small fee that goes towards GoFundMe. But we can also take money out early. So I'm already looking at withdrawing some money for the real startup needs that we need, which is compost, soil amendments, and fencing, so that we have good soil and it's protected from the deer. And we have a number of people who've offered seeds, starts, offered to help work. We've got some, a little collection going of people who are offering to bring their rakes, their spades, their wheelbarrows, whatever it is. So, I'm hoping we can get that money and get compost ordered in the next week or so. I'd say 7 to 10 days is realistic, and we can have our first work day in like 7 to 10 days, probably less than 2 weeks.
Hell yeah.
So you're ordering compost from somewhere? How does that work out?
Yeah, so I've got a great friend, Ashley Brown, who's been a huge help in all of this too. She works over at Red's Quality Acre, and she's tied me into a co-op over there as well that before all of this happened, they were doing, last season mostly, they were doing this craft cooperative, which was basically touring each other's farms and looking at each other's methods and everything else. In any case, Ashley has helped kind of tie us to some of the places where those guys get stuff, and it seems like the most affordable and also the most efficient way to do it is to have a truck bring, especially to the bigger spot down on Cameron, just bring like 10 cubic yards all at once in one big fell swoop, and then we'll get a bunch of help wheelbarrowing it out and spreading it out, and I'll take size tiller and till it in and get row started after that.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
You have a tractor? How are you gonna use it?
Yeah, Cy Hogue has given me free reign of his tractor down there, and he's actually been letting me drive it right across town over to the tavern spot, which is great time, waving at the courthouse as I drove the tractor across town. I wasn't sure if that was all right, but I figured we'd ask for forgiveness later.
So we're going to find out.
We're going to find out, yeah. Now I've made it completely public. But we've got, Cy Hogue has really been huge in all of this, giving us the access to those tools, and that tractor has made really short work of what could have been really long and numerous days to get started.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the rest of quarantine been like for you? Are you cooped up in the house alone, or what's?
Yeah, well, no, I've got my daughter here almost every day. She spends the night here every night. She's with her mother as often as she can. She's doing her remote schooling, and thankfully she's 14. I know it's harder for some folks, but my kid's doing math and science that I can no longer really contribute to. So she's self-motivated and getting it all done. And every once in a while I Google stuff to help her out or throw her an idea or check her work. But she's awesome. She's doing her thing. And yeah, we're here with her and my dog, and I've got my garden out front too, and I'm not down at the other spots. Playing some tunes, and I'm working remotely. They're still keeping me a little busy at work too.
Good.
Yeah, I feel very fortunate. I know there's a lot of people out there, that are not in that spot, and I'm very lucky and trying to be positive with the time and the good luck that I've got.
You cooking or are you ordering out?
I'm cooking a lot, learning new stuff. It's fun, kind of scrounging around, coming up with new recipes and stuff. Cooking a lot, but we've done takeout too here and there.
So I think we were talking before we turned on the live camera, but you're a lot like us in that you've been raiding the pantry for your cocktail inspirations.
Yeah.
What you got in that glass there?
This is one of my variations on the old fashioned. Actually, I had some leftover. I made myself some bitters and gave it away as gifts a year and a half ago. So I've got some of my own bitters, and I made a very special simple syrup out of Moroccan fermented lemons. Okay. So you ferment the lemons first, and then I put them in with ginger and some a little maple syrup for a little extra tang and some sugar. And so I got my own simple syrup, oranges. So it was a lemon and a Luxardo cherry. You got to do the Luxardo in there.
Yeah. What have you been watching?
You know, since I got on all this garden stuff, I haven't been watching as much. But I did the Tiger King, and I did, I had to do that once I heard about it. Tiger King for a bit. What else did I get into? I actually started watching some Barry again, and you guys seen Barry?
Oh yeah, I saw. Yeah, that's the one with Bill Hader as the hitman.
Yeah.
Yes, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
But I need to find another show. I'm open to suggestions.
Jeremy yesterday turned everybody on to Dave on Hulu.
Okay.
We killed that in like 3 days. There's some stuff on there we're still laughing at. It's pretty funny. It's a little white Jewish rapper as he tries to work the game, and it's really funny.
Nice. I'll have to check that out.
What have you been watching?
Yeah. We watch the same TV, so.
Well, what else you got going on?
I mean,
I see you on the Facebook every once in a while. You'll bust out the guitar and some music.
Yeah. So that started. Sadly, we lost John Prine, and when I first heard that he was in the hospital, he's been a huge influence for me musically. I was just really looked up to and appreciated him, not just for his music. He just seemed like one of those brilliant, kind, generous, humble souls, and I appreciated him and enjoyed him as much in between his songs as much as I enjoyed his music. So when I heard he was in the hospital and with all this going on, I thought it was a good time to start. And he just started with a couple of his tunes to share them, and I don't know, send out that little energy, that love or whatever. And I got a lot of positive feedback, so I kept some more of them going.
Oh yeah, man! It's between you, Jim Adams, and like Stephen Beck. I mean, it's like
those guys are definitely an influence. I really liked, aside from this whole terrible crisis, we've got so much going on. I mean, politically and socially and everything else, and it was just nice to tune in, as we all do, and check Facebook or Instagram or whatever else, and see something outside of that usual grind. So. I guess I wanted to contribute to that too.
Good job, man. Really good job.
Yeah.
What's your over-under? What do you think? How much longer we got?
What's that? For this whole shutdown?
Yeah. You're our Dr. Fauci right now. How much longer we got?
Yeah. I'd say we're gonna watch a weird struggle between science and data and the pressure that I totally understand on our economy, our small businesses. I really wish more people were getting more of the help they need. I don't want to get too political, but I know that there's a lot of money going to a lot of people who probably don't need it, and not enough going to the people that that we all know and love that could really use it. I think we're going to see some pressure to open sooner than we probably should, and see some collateral damage from that. But I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing things slowly open in the next 4 or 5 weeks. I mean, schools are closed for the rest of the year. A lot of other major goings on are already canceling and closing. I think that there's a lot of good reason to keep things closed for a little longer and make sure this thing is done. Obviously a vaccine or something like that would be even better. But I think we're gonna open sooner. It'll be interesting to see how it works out, because I know that a lot of people are still going to be afraid to go out, and I think that it's going to be a challenge, supporting everyone we want to support with probably less numbers than we're all used to seeing.
I'm ready. I don't want to end up on a ventilator, but yeah, I'm ready to party.
Yeah, I know. I miss you guys.
Yeah. We can't wait to have y'all back in here.
Yeah.
Well, anything?
I don't think I do. I had something and I lost it, of course, because that's what happens.
Well, we really appreciate you stopping by, man. It's been great catching up with you. There's been so many people around town where we're just like, we took it for granted. I think for like the, I don't know, 8-9 months we were in here, where we were like, hey, hopefully we'll see this person today, or sometime this week we'll see this, or next time we see this guy, let's say this, or whatever. We just took it for granted. We're going to see so many people, and it's just been a real bummer. We've missed a lot of y'all, and so it's great to be able to catch up with you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And it's especially great what you're doing with that garden. So, like, once again, we have the banner down here. We'll post it in the comments. Anybody wanting to hook up, if you don't have cash, get a hold of Jesse here. That website, they can contact you through GoFundMe. All your stuff's on there, right? Yeah.
Or find me on Facebook. I'll make sure I comment or something here, and people can see my account here as well. And they'll see garden posts on my Facebook, and you'll be able to get a hold of me that way too.
Pictures of you hauling ass in that trailer across the courthouse.
Yeah.
Hey, Jesse, thanks a lot, man. Thanks a bunch.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good one. We'll hope to see you soon.
All right, you too, man. See you guys soon.
Take care.
Jesse.
Bye.
There he is again. Hey,
I think before we go, I think you should explain Cinco de Mayo to people, because not everybody knows what Cinco de Mayo is, and you're a literate type person, so you should tell people all about it.
man, anything really that happened before the Alamo,
It's not true.
I don't know.
It's not true.
They fought for independence against France because nobody really wants to be indebted to France. It's a regret, but if France has your number, you're pretty much fucked. So even Mexico is like, fuck all this, and kick France out. So
that's what you're going with?
That's drunk history.
There you go. That's your answer.
Why don't you tell them?
Drink margaritas. I thought it had something to do with the Battle of Puebla, which had everything to do with France, apparently.
Yeah, that's when they got them out. It had nothing to do with Spain. Everybody thinks this was Spain, but it's not. Not a lot of people know this. But yeah.
But drink margaritas, because I heard it kills coronavirus.
Yep. Yeah, drink up. Hey, if you want to see a drink, let us know. Tomorrow we're going to be hanging out with Lindsley Bowen, and everybody should tune in for that, because Lord knows she's going to say something crazy. Last time she's the one that told everybody to inject bleach.
No, that wasn't her.
Okay.
No.
So yeah, she's going to be great. We have Brian from Antonia's on Thursday, and then later that night we'll have Love and Valor streaming live here from 7 to 8. They're great.
Amazing.
Yeah, they usually kill it every time they're in here live. So those of you who have never had the pleasure to see them, please check them out. They're awesome. And then speaking of great music, on Friday we'll have Catherine Whalen as a guest, and then Certain Seas will be playing after. Confirmation. French. Battle of Puebla.
See, I knew we'd get the conversation started somehow.
Between the two of us, we're going to get it rolling.
Yeah,
there
you go.
We're going to figure it out. Drunk history.
One smart person.
Yep. 2:30, 3 minutes. I don't know. All right. If anybody needs anything, y'all holler at us. If y'all want something special, yell at us. We're reading these comments in real time, so you can always holler at us. But in the meantime, y'all go drink some tequila, and we'll see y'all right here tomorrow at 5:30.
Y'all take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy.
Be good, y'all.
Bye.
How do you turn it off?
Let's do that every day.